Hello guys, welcome to Daddy Share Space and welcome to my shop. So today I'm coming to you with another unboxing, and this is going to be the Daddy Share Space Daily for today. So you guys know I put in an order at Woodpecker, and so we're just going to jump right into the unboxing. I know, right? Alright, so let's go ahead and open this up. Alright, so once you open the box, you can see what we have in here. Wow. Okay, wow. So this is a mini delve square, and when you talk about mini, they really mean mini. Not quite sure what this is going to accomplish or do, but my goodness. That's tiny. I don't know if this is actually a workable piece of equipment. Just taking a look, there are little holes in this thing, and I can't get this pencil through there, so let's see. Right. Oh wow, I just broke the lid off. So the lid has to come out quite a bit to get through there. So I guess, you know, you can do some marking with it. It's got 1/4 of an inch, 1/2 an inch, 3/4 of an inch, 1 inch, 1 1/4, and 1 1/2 inch that you can mark with this little mini delve square. I think for me, the key is going to be if I can keep up with this little thing. So anyways, that was a very uneventful unboxing. A tiny delve square that measures about 1 1/2 inches by about 1 1/2 inches. Let's set that to the side. So we know that that wasn't the main unboxing, so let's go ahead and get to the main thing. Alright. Right here we have what I ordered on woodpeckers.com a while ago, or woodpeck.com. Let's go ahead and look at how we can open this up. Alright, let's turn it around. And let's open her up and see what it looks like. Alright, we've got another piece of cardboard over the top there. And yet another piece of cardboard. And that's what we have on the inside. So what we have here, and this is the official owner's manual here. This is the Woodpeckers 1812 and 2616 SS. Just kind of gives you some directions on the back about using it. I think we may be okay with figuring this out on our own. So the package is heavier than I would have expected it to be. Let me turn it around. Well, let's go ahead and take it outside of the box. So I'll turn it around so you can look at it like this as well. So we've got Woodpeckers. This is engraved with Woodpeckers, woodpecker.com, stainless steel precision woodworking squares. This is the 26-inch blade. This is the 18-inch blade. Take a look at it in all of its glory. Kind of get an idea of the height in the shot. And this is just like an MDF holder for this thing. So as I look at the back, there's only one hole here that goes all the way through that I can see. So it looks like, let's just let you look at the back side of this. I mean, this is just MDF, as you know, you can see. There's a little bit of a scuff here and a scuff up here to the top. So imagine if I want to mount this on the wall, I'll have to screw into this on the back side and put like a French cleat or something like that. Or I can make some kind of a frame to go around it so that this would sit inside of the frame, and maybe put like a lip around here to hold it in so that it doesn't like fall out. But that's just an option of what I could do. Now, as you can see, this right here, it has some clear dials, if you will, plastic dials, and that's how you remove the tool from the device, or from the holder. You can get a good look at that there. It feels very nice in the hand. Nice stainless steel blade with an aluminum cheek here, made in the USA. And it says it's got German and domestic materials. Let's pull both of these out and lay them on the bench and set the holder to the side for a while. Alright, so taking a look at the square, you can see here, so it's measuring from 1 inch all the way out to about 14 inches down here on the bottom, and then we're going 1 inch all the way up to 26 inches on the tip going this way. This one as well is going to go from 1 inch here, it's measuring all the way over to about, let's see, this is about 10 inches, 10, 11 inches going this way, and then you're going 1 to 18 inches going out this way. So this is going to give me the ability to mark and scribe on larger pieces of material, and it, as I said, it feels pretty robust. I can flex the blade a bit here. As you can see, the cheeks are bolted in. It looks like there's a kind of Allen screw on one side and it's threaded into the other side. There are some metal kind of like pins on the ends on both of these. Other than them being different in size, they look identical in design. The quality appears to be good. This is definitely what I was looking for as far as marking. I started with this particular size because I wanted to be able to mark and scribe larger pieces of material. I can go right up on the edge of my work and then scribe my line across. It has the lip here so that it rests on top of your material. I'm going to represent that with a piece of cardboard here. So as I lay this piece of cardboard down, and we'll just use this to mimic a piece of plywood, so I can lay this down on my work and scribe across. And this right here is a good representation of the problem that I was finding in my shop when I would try to cut or scribe across a piece of work. I would always find it to be short on the end, and so I felt like if I could get a square that had a longer reach, such as this larger square that we have here, now I can scribe my line all the way across my work. So that's going to be very nice. You see that there are all these slotted holes on both of these stainless steel squares, and then you have these larger holes. I imagine these larger holes are like 32 on center, very similar to shelf pin holes, but I'll have to look deeper into that to make sure that that is what that is. If it is, that's like where you could have mark out shelf pin holes on your work. But these slotted holes in here are measured out. You've got 1, and then on the opposite side you have 3, and then let me just look at these numbers real quick. So I was imagining that this would actually have 1 on one side and even on one side and odd on the other. But as I'm counting up here, it goes from 1, 5, 6, 13, 1, 5, 6, 13. On the other side, it goes 3, and then you can see 7, 11, 15. I'm sorry, so it appears here that you have 1/16 of an inch, then 3/16, then 5/16, then 7/16, then 9/16, 11/16, 13/16, 15/16 that are marked on the device. Now when I look at this, these markings appear to be even on each side, so that means that I don't see, let's say, like a 12/16, whatever. But because this is an imperial device, on the opposite side you have your 1/8, you have your quarter, 3/8, half, 5/8, 3/4, 7/8, and then your 1 inch. So the way that this square is working, from what I can see, is, so if you want an even 1, so 1/16, you will put it in the slot here. But if you want, let's say, 2/16, which would reduce down to 1/8, you're going to use the farther slot, the slot to the right here, and you toggle back and forth. So 1/16, then theoretically 2/16, which is 1/8, then 3/16, and then back to 1/4, then back to 5/16, yeah, and then 3/8, and then 7/16, and then 1/2. So that's pretty clever. In order to fit all of your markings on this device by the 16th. So that's what this is. It's broken down into 16ths as opposed to, like, say, 32nds or 64ths. But you have that throughout the whole ruler here. So that's pretty cool. And the 1/8, 1/4, 3/8, 1/2, it starts over with each inch. So you don't see like 4 and 3/16 or 5 and 3/16. What you have are your main numbers on the side here. And see, on the outside of the ruler, you've got 1 inch, or the square, 1 inch here, all the way to 26 inches here. But on the inside of the square, it goes from 1 inch all the way up to 24 inches. So the inside is 24, the outside has the extra 2 inches. Likewise on this, you've got 1 inch all the way up to 18 inches, and on the inside is 1 inch up to 16 inches on the inside. And the inside portion here, it appears that the ruler is offset. The 1 inch is from this inside portion all the way over to the 1, and then the 1 to the 2. So you have this cutout here, which is essentially about, so it appears from this edge to here is about 3/8 of an inch. And I would imagine, let's see, yeah, this one's probably about 3/8 of an inch as well. So this square indentation is 3/8 of an inch. And then it measures out to the full 13 here, and measures out to the full, this is going to be 10 inches down here. You also have a scale represented here, and this is 1, 2, 3 inches tall. So you could set this up on a tool and set the blade height of your tool, whether it be like your router table or maybe possibly your table saw. So you can use that feature as well. The markings on the device, I can't feel it. Well, yeah, I can finally feel it with my finger. So it appears to be kind of like a laser engraving as far as the line markings. The number itself, it's difficult to feel with my fingernail to determine. It feels like it also may be laser etched as well. So super nice. These look like they are definitely high quality. I definitely want to try to take care of these in the shop going forward. But anyways, guys, it's just a simple unboxing of a couple of these Woodpecker squares that I had my eye on for a long time. They went out of stock. It looks like you can still buy them now. Maybe they're going to have them in stock permanently. I got these for a reduced price because they had some kind of limited time offer where you could pre-order them, and I did that. So my order came up to about $500, and I want to say $68 maybe and some change. The full price for these is $599 on Woodpeckers site. Now that's a very steep price to pay for a marking device. However, I have found in my shop as I'm building it out that I've had some times where it was very problematic for me to get the results that I would like to get because I didn't realize something wasn't square or a line wasn't square. I look forward to lining this up to see how it works with my MFT. Now I know typically you want to get the aluminum square to square MFT because the blade is higher, but what I'm thinking I'll do is I'll put this up against the fence and then put this portion against my rail that's raised and see how square my MFT will be using this, comparing that to using it with my TSO triangle. The other thing that I can do is, as I said, check different tools if you want to with this. I did look at the smaller versions of these. There's actually a 12-inch and a 6-inch. They're currently on like a back order. Before, when I looked at it, it said you won't get it until October. Now it's saying it's like November. If you order them, it's like $239. That is something that I do hope to pick up in the future. And as far as metric, which I do and will be using going forward in the shop, I do plan on ordering the equivalent to these squares if things go well with me economically from benchdogs.co.uk. And the reason why I'm choosing not to buy them from Woodpeckers is not because I don't like this quality, but if I'm working in the shop and at a glance I want to be able to select a tool that is either metric and or imperial, obviously this red versus the black, one of them will pop or both of them will pop out and stand out, and so I'll know when I grab a red tool I'm grabbing an imperial version, and when I grab a black tool I will be grabbing a metric version. So I know that's a little bit much, especially for a DIY guy at home, but that's just how I want to kind of build out my shop to save time. Anyways guys, so we did the unboxing of both of these squares. It's 7:41. I'm running late today, so I need to go do my exercise, and then once I get done with that, I'll be editing this video and preparing some other video as well. And then I think I'll come back and do another small video maybe later in the week or later this weekend, comparing these to the TSO and the Bench Dogs triangles that I have here in the shop. Just trying to compare the quality. These obviously are made out of aluminum and stainless steel. The other devices that I purchased from both benchdogs.co.uk and TSO respectively are made out of aluminum. So something more along the line of what the cheeks of these two squares are like. But anyways guys, I'm going to leave you with a couple pans of these squares, and I will see you in my next one.